Pray with your holy name, mostly. Jesus' name we pray.
Amen. Give somebody close. Hi everyone, welcome to Life and Godliness. I am Oluwabukumi Olaomi and I'm so excited to have you on today's episode. Welcome back. We have a guest today. On the last episode, I promised you guys I was going to bring a guest again on this episode, and here we have our guest. Okay, let me introduce our guest to us before we go into the episode. So this our guest's name is Precious Olaomi, and he is my husband. He is my husband. Yeah, if you don't know before, this is my husband. And thank you so much for coming on my episode today. Thank you so much. I called you and you answered me. Thank you so much for coming. Do you want to introduce yourself again to my beautiful people?
Well, as she said, I'm a husband. My name is Precious Olaomi, and it's so nice to be here. It's nice to be connecting with the community. So thank you very much for inviting.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for coming. So guys, if you see me blushing anyhow, don't be angry. It's just that, a girl will always be a girl. A lover girl will always be a lover girl. So, on today's episode, we are going to be doing something very beautiful, different from the last episode. It's still about love, commitment, marriage, and all that. But we're just going to be sharing some questions, right? Sharing our thoughts on some questions about us personally now, not about the general or anything like that. Just questions, just answers that, or questions that are related to us and answers that are related to us. So, for example, I have questions here that I'm going to be reading out, and he's going to share his thoughts on the questions, and I am going to share my thoughts on the questions. Do you understand how it goes now?
Yes.
So, let me start. You will see how it goes. And also, so that it doesn't look as if I'm stealing your answers, because you would answer then I'll answer also, so that it doesn't look as if I'm stealing his answers, we'll rotate it. So the first question, you start the answer, and I say my own, then the second one I start, and then you say yours. Are you okay with that?
Yeah, fine.
So the first question on today's episode is, what was your first impression about me and how has it changed? What was your first impression when you met me? What happened? What was your first impression about me and how has it changed?
Okay, first of all, I do not think that my first impression about you has changed.
Okay.
The first day I met you, I knew you were a playful person. I knew you were very, very playful. And I still do not think that has changed any bit. So she's very playful. She wake up in the middle of the night, say, okay, let's go and play. She'll follow you. So she's a very playful person, and she likes laughing, just like that you've heard. She likes laughing, and I think it's sweet. So I do not think that has changed. My impression of her is still that she's a very playful person.
Let me put something. Talking about this playfulness, I feel like when we got into marriage, it was weird to me that why somebody is playful. I remember there was a time that you got angry. Can you remember? I think you wanted to sleep and I was stopping you, and you're like,
Well,
and I was looking at myself, I'm going to do something bad.
It's still not an impression changer for me. It's just that it's dawned on me more like, wait, is he as much as this? So it's not really bad. It's not a bad thing, so to say.
Yeah.
Me, I feel like when we want to play, let's play. But when we want to be serious, let's be serious.
So
and
I'm always very serious.
Not like that, but even in the midst of a serious thing, you still find a way to play.
Yeah. minutes. Life is too short. My mom used to say I don't have a room, and I really don't want to have a room. So I don't have a room.
Do you?
I do. I have a room, but Irono means what's Irono in English?
It depends. It's worry. It's thoughtfulness.
I have my moments, but then I just feel like I'm just a playful person. So what was my first impression about you, and how has it changed? For me, first I thought it was pretending. Let me use it like that. I thought it was a pretender, and I really don't like pretenders. I don't like people that lie, because I'm like, he's acting all too good. So Kenny, that was the first impression. But I realized that this guy is just this guy, right? This man is not a pretender. This man is not a liar. And it wasn't even, the first impression, he wasn't talking to me. You were not talking to me. You didn't even talk to me. It was just that I just saw the way you were acting. Acting all calm, cool, collected. I'm like, you did lie.
I did talk to you in the beginning, but then we ended up talking towards the end. And it wasn't, that was where I first realized that, this guy is playful.
Low-key.
But then,
yeah, but my first impression was I felt like he was a pretender, because why would you be this calm? Why are you cool? Why are you a cool guy? Maybe in my life I've never met anybody that cool like that before, so I just feel like he was pretending. But as we got into the thing, I saw on gentle, what a calm with you. But me, I brought out the calmness. I put it aside. Yeah, that was my first impression. Thank you for the answer. The second question will be, what small thing do I do that makes you feel loved the most? So I'm answering the question now, right?
Yeah.
What small thing do you do that makes me feel loved the most? That would be, to be sincere, I would say thoughtfulness. You know I'm big on thoughtfulness.
Yeah.
I'm big on just be thoughtful. Maybe you just see me doing something, just help me out. You're coming home, buy something. All those things. It's big for me. Like it feels like the world to me. So those are the, like, being thoughtful is that thing. Like it looks small, but it's not small to me. Yeah, so it's my big thing, but it's a small thing generally, right? So thoughtfulness is very important for me. Like, and also let me say that I love that it's not a small thing. I love that you are patient. Yeah, so it means the world to me. It makes me feel loved. Like, patient with your words, patient with your actions and all that. So it makes me feel loved. Just feel like, why? Oh, sweet. So what's one small thing that I do that makes you feel loved the most?
To start with, I would say it's your love for me. It's not, like you said, it's not small, but then if you look at the details of everything that you do, it's encompasses love. It's encompassed by love. Every little thing that you do, be it making breakfast, lunch or dinner, whichever, be it going out of your way to do something, be it buying, let me put it out there, I don't buy myself things. My wife will buy some things and I'll be like, why are you wasting this money?
Oh wow.
And then at the end of the day I'll feel like, okay, I actually needed that.
I know so what it is. You can live without me, baby. You can't.
So
proud wife moment, guys. Proud wife moment.
So it's those little things here and there.
Let me just talk about what you just said. You know, I actually had to teach myself, because I see the type of person you are. You are someone that doesn't really think about yourself. Do you get? So I've seen that this guy really needs someone to think for him sometimes. When it comes to yourself, not the house, not the home. Like, since you think about your home a lot, You think about other things, work, other people, life a lot, but your personal self, like, and I thought to myself, that's why I'm here. That's why I'm your wife. Like, if I don't do it, who would? Right?
Mm-hmm.
So do you love it? You love it so much.
Yeah.
Proud wife moment. Third question. We should move on.
Yeah.
So what was your biggest fear of marriage, and how have you overcome it, or how are you overcoming it?
My biggest fear of marriage always was not being enough. And not being enough in the sense that forever can be cut short. So it means that one morning somebody can just wake up and say, I'm tired. I don't think I want to continue with this. Like, forever is so long, and then I've already planned for forever with someone, and they wake up one morning and for no reason.
You're not more interested.
So that was always my fear, about marriage. But to be fair, when I met you, I had no fears.
Really?
Yeah.
So what happened? What did you see?
The moment we started dating, because you took so long to give me a response, for those who do not know, this woman made me wait 1 year and a month for a response.
Guys, I had to do my thing. Don't do like that though, it's not good. But
So,
don't worry, maybe story for another day. It's not today.
I just had to put it out there. But taking that long gave me a sense of, if she decides to do this, I am 100% sure that there's no way that she'll wake up one morning and say, I'm tired, because what were you using 1 year to think of? So it gave me that sort of confidence all through, and it was not something I had to worry about at all. Even when we decided to get married, I didn't think it twice. Okay, I thought it twice. I didn't think it more than twice. But the reason I thought it twice was not because I was thinking, well, she might end up saying
no. Oh, waking up one day and saying
exactly. That wasn't the reason I thought of it twice. The reason I thought of it twice was more of myself being ready to start a family than her be saying, oh, it's over, it's this. So that was it for me.
So, like, let me talk about that. Like, do you feel like looking at the type of person that I am also help you to come to a conclusion, help you to overcome the fear? What if it was somebody else? You saw the person's behavior.
To be honest, I'm not sure, but because you gave me that confidence, it always has to depend on the person as well. Because you gave me that confidence, it meant that I didn't have to worry about it for you. So maybe if it was someone else, and depending on the kind of morale that person gave me, I might say, okay, this is shaky. Okay. But because you had given me that confidence, my only major concern was, after 1 year, this girl should not come and tell me no. After 1 year of waiting,
you knew
this girl should not come and tell me no. But the moment we crossed that line,
I know that it's smooth. Yeah. The reason why I talked about my character was because I am somebody that I am a committed person when it comes to things generally. Once I put my mind on a thing, I'm doing it. It might take a long time before but I'm so like let's get to it. I will fight for it. I will do all that for it. So that's why I had to even take my time, because I knew that I wasn't joking. And we talked about it on the last episode, that you can't take your time up to that extent and now come and say, okay, it's a girlfriend relationship, but we don't even know where we are going to. We don't know if we'll get married.
Let's see how it goes.
Right, so let's see how it goes. No. So, yeah, we'll talk about taking time. Why it took that long time in later episode. I don't know why it still feels like that. But anyways, thank you for your. Okay, I've not answered my own. What's the question? What's your biggest fear of marriage? And now have you overcome it, or how are you overcoming it? Sorry. My biggest fear of marriage was I don't say would be was change. That's what's important. Yeah. It was change, like having to somebody should just it's more like your own too now. Okay, it wasn't even in that part of wake up one day and say I'm not doing again. It was in the part of this person. You know, I told that the first impression was that this guy is cool, he's calm, he's collected, he's patient. I don't want to not get into the middle of the relationship or get into the middle of the marriage and now you now change all of a sudden. That was my fear because I don't know. Like, I would not like it. And because I had seen that in a lot of cases, sincerely, where people will say, pushy, that was not how we started, or that was not how it used to be. Then, along the line, then it now happens that something just, one breeze, just, right? And I feel like how I am handling it or how I am overcoming it is that I had a discussion with him to talk about the fear, and I feel like we spoke about it from the beginning. I think before we even got into the relationship, I said this is one of the reasons why I'm taking my time to check you out very well to be sure that this is the person you are, right? Because it's easy for you to pretend at the beginning, yeah. And because a lot of things happen like that now, and
I just remember some people saying that you are a better actor than me. So if I was acting, I could.
Yeah, that means you're not a good actor. So what I was trying to say is that we had a conversation about it first, though, so that I explained to him my fears about the marriage or about getting into a relationship and he said his response was like, change is constant. Think about it, guys. Change is constant, but as long as we are in the will of God, as long as we keep submitting ourselves to God, as long as we keep making God our master, whatever change we are like passing through or whatever, is still going to be in line. It's going to be for the better. That's how he puts it. He said, I don't promise you that I won't change, but not for the worse. I'm not sure you remember. Yeah, but not for worse, right? And he poured water on my chest, so it made me at least be at peace. And I love the answer. Like, if you had given me another answer of don't worry, I can't change, the fear will still be there, sincerely, because you will change, but I like that he gave me that illustration. And also I've always known how to go back to God and say, God, please, I submit myself to you. This is your son. Anything, one more, tell him one. So that has helped, and that's how I'm overcoming it. I don't really have that fear again. That was my fear. I spoke to it with my mentor when we were also, and that was the same answer I gave. He said once is a child of God and it's submitted to Christ, it's just expect that the change is for whatever change it is for better, right? Yes. So the first question will be, what is your favorite thing about our home? What's your favorite thing about our home?
Yeah,
is it me?
Yeah.
It's not me.
Question 4.
It's me. What's your favorite thing about our home? Us. You, me, I, we. What's your favorite thing about our home? That would be us now. Us in the home. We. And another favorite thing about our home is knowing our source, right? Knowing our foundation, knowing where we are coming from, like God. That's my favorite thing about our home. God, we always know when to go back. Like, I love it that we don't deceive ourselves. I'd say we are the ones holding this home together. So the favorite thing about our home for me, is God. God leading us. I think that's one thing I would say.
Apart from that, I also think the way we complement each other. Pastor Kingsley was saying something about two talkatives cannot be married, and two silent people. Let me finish. Two silent people cannot be married. It will be a bomb. The only problem with a talkative getting married to a silent person is that there will come a phase where you will think this person talking too much.
Do you know I feel like you're using style to
No.
Don't cut corners, just face me.
There was a time I thought like that. There was a time I was like, for God's sake, I just want to sleep now.
There was a time I was thought that uncle.
It was bad to the
shake
point
your
that,
body now.
It was bad to the point that I was thinking, can you just, there are things that she would know. There are things by herself she has concluded, but she will still come.
That's
just
for
talk
you now.
Talk that talk
it's
again, just so you can, babe, what do you think about this thing? In her mind, she has already decided what she wants to do. You now talk all the talk, she will now say, but if you think about it, this. When you know that this is going to happen, why do you not just do what you? Why did you come and ask me again? So it was practically having to go through that phase, having to pass that level of, why does she always have to ask me things? Because 100% I love it that she asks me, but there are times when I'm just not in the mood for you to ask me. So I think exactly. So I think it's a two-way thing. She wanting to ask and me not wanting her to ask me. Just do it, for God's sake. Just do it, please. Carry on. Yes. That's why sometimes when she asks me, I just say, just do it. And that's one thing I love. The fact that she talks a lot. I don't talk too much.
The way you're saying she talks a lot. Do I talk a lot? You guys know I don't, like my friends know I don't talk a lot. It's to you. I talk a lot to you.
Okay.
If I'm outside now, people will say, you're so cool. If I don't talk a lot every day.
Okay.
And I'm learning to be calm too. Yes.
She talks a lot to me.
Yeah, I talk a lot to him.
I also talk a lot the most to her.
To her, yeah.
I don't really talk like that because
if
I'm in a meeting I would rather be quiet all through the meeting and just listen, get through anything than talk. So
sometimes you feel like he doesn't even hear what you're saying, and at the end of the day he does what you want. Is that not very beautiful?
So I'd rather you think I didn't hear and then I end up doing it than you know that I heard and then I now, by some slim chance, I'm not able to do it.
It's good.
So
it's good. Let me see another favorite. Do you want to say something?
No, I think I just wanted to conclude that it's a good thing that we complement each other. Where one is lacking, the other can balance out.
Is he only talking a lot that we are lacking?
Not just talking a lot. There are other areas like relationship with other people, for example. Knowing where to draw the line, knowing where to compromise. So basically just relating with other people. Every other thing, there's at least one of us that is strong in something.
Yes, and I feel like we've learned to balance things well.
That's
and we've learned to teach ourselves. That's one thing I wanted to say about I love about this almost is the fact that we learn a lot from each other personally. That's why I keep saying that my friends now, maybe friends from 3 years ago will feel like you talk a lot, but my friends now will probably not feel like I talk a lot. I'm telling you, my friends now will feel like the friends I've made recently will feel like I don't think she talks a lot, but people that know me know that. But friends now feel like, I don't know that. I don't think she talks a lot though. I think she just talks normally. Sometimes she's even quiet. Yes, that's because I've learned from him, and I love that I've learned that. That's one of the most beautiful things that I've learned. I don't want to. That was the number 5. That was the question, 5th question. So let's just move to the 5th question. What's one thing you've learned from this institution called marriage? Yeah, the one that's right.
I've learned that, okay, being an Amazonian and being in this marriage at the same time, I've learned that every day is day one. There are no 2 days that are the same.
Yeah, that's good.
You wake up one morning, you just feel like doing all the chores in the house. The next time you wake up and there's someone there to understand with you that, okay, you're not in the mood for this today. That's fine. So one thing that I've learned from this marriage is that there is no 2 days that are alike, and you learn to live in the moment, live every single day, enjoy every single day. Because if you wake up expecting something, you get tired, you get bored. So if you wake up and it's a different scenario every other day, it's spicy, it's sweet, so you don't know what to expect. Basically, the only thing that you cannot expect is heartbreak. She will not break my heart.
She won't break my heart. You won't break my heart. That's good. For me, are you done?
Yeah, you can. I feel like I still need to talk about it.
Yeah, maybe when I say mine. So one thing I would say I've learned from this institution called marriage, is that marriage is a school for learning. I actually feel like God brought me out of where I am at the time He brought me out, because He needed to teach me some things. Right, and I'm very sincere. I was thinking about it recently that if God had if I had been where I was, like if I had not gotten married when I got married, like I wouldn't have learned some things I was supposed to learn at that time. Right, everything works together for our good. Like even things you don't see, God has a plan for it. So I feel like God did some character building. I will say that, I said about friends now, about talking. People that knew me 4 years ago, that were close, and if they come and see me now, if we see face to face, we'll not just talk on phone. If they study me for a while now, they'll be like, I'm not sure this is the same Bukomi I know, right? That's because I think I've gone through some character building. Not like I didn't have that character building, but there are probably some factors that were choking that character. If you're in a particular place, if you're in a particular situation, so even if you are learning, the learning will not show, because there are some tongues in your flesh. I don't know, something like that. I don't know if you get my. I don't know if you guys get my idea, but I was just thinking about it. I feel like God actually brought me out of where He brought me out at the time He brought me out for a reason, for some character, and I am so grateful. I am so glad that He did. I have learned a lot from marriage, from just being in the house with this man. I recall my mom saying something one day, and we were talking about a scenario of how I had to, pass through a situation and all that, and I was resilient, I was patient, like I had to endure, and mommy was like, precious like that, because she knows her child, she knows what I would have done in that situation. Do you get? And I thought about it, and I was like, I've learned from you. I've learned to endure in some situations. I've learned to just keep quiet, and I've seen the beauty of keeping quiet. And I'm like, oh wow, this is beautiful to just keep quiet sometimes, and just let people think whatever, or sometimes just you don't have to reply. My husband will say, it's not necessary. You don't have to reply, and that's true. Yeah, I've learned a lot. You see, when it comes to patience, when it comes to being calm, I've learned from this man. When it comes to resilience, to hard working.
Looking me in the eye too.
When it comes to looking him in the eye, I didn't know how to look at him in the eye. But babe, how did that work first? Like, not looking him in the eye and fight though. Eyeball to eyeball, I didn't know how to look people inside their eye. But you joking? So those are the things I've learned, like, from being in this marriage. And I've noticed that marriage is a school of learning. It's an institution. And there's still a lot to learn. And the fact that you can learn from somebody, that's why it's good to marry a good person. Because if you're married to someone that is not good, you're married to someone that, when I'm supposed to be building character, something else I'm building. Somebody, that person is even, you get, adding more of this thing, right? So I've learned a lot, and it's beautiful.
One of the other things that I have learned is compromise. Learning to live with someone else. Because as an only child,
so glad that you said that. That's so sweet.
As an only child,
and thank you for sharing.
Growing up practically just with my parents most of the time, because there were times when I had cousins around, I had friends around and all that, but most of the time I was alone. So I didn't know how to eat from the same plate with someone else. You cannot stain my okele and expect me to continue.
You cannot stain his okele.
No. You're still going to eat that soup, right? But you cannot stain that okele and I'll eat it. But it's one of the things that I've had to learn over time, that life happens.
You've not learned how to use your
life will stain your white. To be honest, I have not used my hand to eat okele since we got married. Before we got married, I can't remember when I've used fork to eat okele. Right? So it's almost like as if some twist happened, but we'll get back to that.
You should learn how to use your hand. It's sweeter.
I eat with my hands. I used to eat with my hands. Not now, but I used to eat with my hands. What? I think I've just gotten lazier. It's stressful.
It's okay. That's good. But I'm glad that you shared. Yeah, you shared a lot of things like that. Thank you for sharing. Thank you. Please. Thank you for sharing. Would you like to say any other thing before we close this? That's the last question. That's everything that we have on this episode. Was it nice?
Yeah.
You loved it.
I think
Did you
so.
come back?
Yeah.
Like, invite you. You are like, please beg him, because we need to be begging before he comes here. Thank you so much for joining in on today's episode. Thank you so much for coming out. I said let's give them some hot, but
life and godliness.
This is life and godliness. We can't be teaching.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you so much for watching, guys. If you have anything you would like to ask us, please let us know in the comment section. I actually got some questions from last week which I answered already, but maybe later in the episodes, like, we'll be able to talk about some of those questions. But for now, we'll not be dealing with this. I've answered those people privately, and I feel like they would get one or two things from, the questions they asked. Right? So thank you for your comments. And some people that got in touch and said, we saw your video, thank you so much. I love the feedback. I'm so grateful. Like, it shows me that my thoughts are not in vain. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, and thank you to my darling husband for coming here today. Thank you so much. Really appreciate you. God bless you. More grace in Jesus' name. Amen. So say bye to my people.
Thank you very much, Life and Godliness community.
Thank you.
I really appreciate you guys. Thank you for all the support that you've given my angel. I really appreciate you all. Thank you very much. And if and when she calls again, I'll be here again. There's nowhere I want to run to. I'm home based team.
Thank you. See you in the next one, guys. Bye.
Bye.